This is a Class 40 Bachmann locomotive. It was part of the 15th anniversary set, 15-00. It came with Sir Walter Scott. Anyway, we're going to concentrate on D396, which is a Class 40 locomotive. There was 200 built. They were built between 1958 and 1962. They had a top speed of 90 miles per hour. 2,000 horsepower at the flywheel, 1,500 horsepower at the track. Point to note, D326 was a locomotive that was robbed in the Great Train Robbery in 1963. Point about this locomotive is it has 8-wheeled traction sets, or bogies, or whatever you wish to call them. So it's got 2 sets of 8. So your track has to be really, really flat and your curves correct for this to run properly. The hardest thing about this locomotive is putting the wheels on the track, believe it or not. Now this one, from the set, the only difference between this and the later ones is cab lights, and I had the cab lights put in this. Anyway, as I've said, you've got to make sure that your track is dead level, dead flat, and your bends are spot on for this to run correctly. I see people have written in social media that they have problem running these locomotives. Well, they only have problems with them because their track's not correct. And that's it. End of. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy seeing it run. Thank you. Okay, here's the standard sidings test which I do, which I don't envisage there to be any problems with. It's got head code lights, warning lights. And you can see it just glides over my track. But as I say with these, your track has got to be right. In many ways, these are a lot more sensitive than 040s. And we bring it back. And you can see it runs really, really nice. Now here's the curve points test, and this is going into a left hand curve point, left hand curve point, left hand curve point, left hand curve point, and you can see it's an absolute breeze. But as I say, with tight track it's got to be right. It really does have to be right. If it's not flat and the fish plate's dead on, with these locos with a lot of bogies, they will come off. They are perfectly capable of tackling tight track, providing it's laid properly. And you can see here, it's easy, and we'll go again, it's no fluke. And you can see it runs so nice, so nice. As I say, the hardest thing about this locomotive is putting it on the track. Honestly, that is the hardest thing about it, putting it on the track. But your track has got to be dead level with all these bogies. Dead level, dead flat, otherwise it will not run correctly. And you can see that was easy. Absolute doddle as it runs out nice and smooth. It really is a lovely, lovely locomotive. And here we go, and you can see it runs nice. And here we are on the outer track. And this is a radius 2 into a radius 3 onto a straight, and that's where Vulcan kept coming off until I modified it, but you can see this is easy. Absolute breeze. And let's bring it back. This just runs so nice, this locomotive. It's the tightest part of my track, which is a radius 2 curve point onto a radius 2. Easy. As I say, this is a radius 2 curve point onto a radius 2, and you can see, doesn't even think about it. But as I say, the track has got to be laid correctly, and I've made sure my fish plates are exactly perpendicular. You can't cheat, otherwise the loco will not run properly. And this is super slow. It's over a 3-way point. And we'll bring it back. And what it is a slight slope here. Speed it up a bit, and there we go. One thing I did have to do on these old Hornby mail vans was I had to change all the wheels. They were plastic and they kept derailing on my new track, so I had to change all the wheels for metal wheels on these mail cars, but they run nice. The first carriage is a modern carriage with NEM couplings on it, and I've put an R8267 on the back to be able to hook up to the large D coupling. And it works. Here's a high-up panoramic view of the mail train. I hope you've enjoyed seeing this locomotive run, this class 40. And as I've said with these, your track has got to be right with 8 bogeyed drive frames. If you get it right in your track right, it will run fantastically. Here comes the Mail Express at 90 miles an hour.